Welcome back, you beautiful fucks. It's me, Danny, with the part 2 of Final Wars. Alright, if you didn't see part 1, go check it out. It's on the channel. Today we're continuing these figures. Rub your hands together, do that, whatever that was, black magic, and we're getting right into it. Never mind. Just kidding, there it is. Okay, so, embarrassing. Pick it up. There goes her beak. Rodan. This is the Final Wars Rodan. This is the movie monster series. I don't know. I mean, there's so many versions of Final Wars Rodan. I kind of confused. This is the one I got on Amazon like a couple years ago. So it's probably the most recent Final Wars Rodan. Okay. And I really like this design. The colors are good. It's not very vibrant, which it doesn't need to be. It has nice dull colors, and I mean that in a good way. Now, my thing with Rodan figures always annoys me is that sometimes they can be hard to stand and display because they take up so much space. And for some reason, these Final Wars ones, not this one here, their legs tend to bend over time. Now, this one right here is a theater exclusive. I got this for a great price on Amazon, and it was used. I just stumbled upon it. And I think I like this one more in terms of colors because it harkens back to the original Rodan's colors. Minus the random shimmering green and yellow on the back. But very happy with this one. It has a tag on it. It's kind of bent up, but who cares? It's only a theater exclusive tag. It's not going to be the end of the world, okay? The tag police are not going to come after me and kill me over this tag that has a little bit of a crease at the top, okay? It's good. It can hold a little bit of storage, that little crease. Maybe I want to store a couple noodles up in there. But I keep the tag on mainly because I like to hang him up on my wired shelf. So it looks like he's flying. Adds a little bit of pizzazz to the shelf, okay? And it's like, whoa, that guy is flying. Everyone says that when they see my shelf. They're always like, that one looks like he's flying. I'm like, yeah, but he's actually not. Here's his Bandai Creations Rodan. Again, we looked at the Bandai Creations Godzilla 2004. In the last video, here is the Rodan. And, again, it has that bent foot. I don't know what. I think it's the weight over time with the soft vinyl. But he at least can still stand. But he's much bigger than these. Now, these are supposed to be 6-inch scale. Maybe this is like 6.5 to 7-inch because he's bigger. And I used to think as a kid this was Fire Rodan because I was stupid and ignored the fact that the wave that this came out in was in the Final Wars packaging. And all the other figures were based off Final Wars. So this is clearly Final Wars Rodan. Just a very bright red, though. I don't mind the colors, but just not my favorite, even though red's my favorite color. In terms of that figure was not my favorite color scheme. Moving on, though, that's all the Rodan figures I have. We're looking at this masterpiece of a figure movie monster series, Kaiser Gadora, also known as Cheese Gadora, because it looks very cheesy. Okay, I don't know what happened here. So I have the tag on him. I'm going to take that tag off eventually. I don't really care for it, but it's not a bad tag. This figure is not bad either. I'm happy that people can get their hands on a Kaiser Gadora because it's a great kaiju. I just wish this figure, just like Monster X before it, got a little bit more love and maybe the paint area, but also just the sculpt. So specifically around the heads. I think actually, the sculpt's not bad. It's just like they chose like, hey, just be very basic with the paint. Like, they didn't get that detail with it, which I understand. It's a 6-inch figure, but you'll hear and see in a second what they could have done similar to, but obviously not as detailed at a smaller scale. But you'll see here. Here it is. My goodness, look at this. This is the 10-inch Kaiser Gadora from Bandai. And wow. Yeah. So, if you didn't see it before, you see it now, what I'm talking about. So, yeah, okay, so I'm pointing out there the wide feet, and as much as I love this figure, I was just praising it. This is one example of an issue that I think Bandai's older soft vinyl figures have succumbed to, including some of the Rodan similar to them, but this is far worse. The soft vinyl is so soft and not strong enough to support the weight of some of these figures that the legs on them start to spread and split, which, as you can see from this Kaiser Gadora, because obviously the legs are not laying flat, they are spread out because of the, just look at the weight, like look how big this figure is. And if you could feel some of these figures, there's another one later in this video I'm going to show you too. The vinyl is very soft. You could squeeze some of these parts. It feels very hollow, like all these figures are. But it's not like a lot of the 6-inch figures that, they're sturdy enough. This is, you can see here, I'm pushing them back into place, but yeah, it just split. I've thought of ways of trying to fix this, maybe somehow getting a wire in there, getting like a rubber band, they'll bring the legs together, but at least it's holding for now. But yeah, scaling wise, it's okay. He's bigger than the 6-inch, which is good. But we'll see here, this is the other 10-inch one, and even I think I tried to squeeze the legs here in a second to really get a good size. It's okay scaling, just not tall enough, but that's okay because it's already a tall figure. But it looks fantastic. You have to give it that. It's just the unfortunate defect of the soft vinyl that has to be worked around. Although they don't make those 10-inch figures anymore, so who cares? This is Anguirus. This is the Movie Monster Series version. Spoiler alert, I do not have the American Bandai release of this, the Bandai Creations, which is fine because it's pretty much the same thing. If I see it on eBay one day for a good price, maybe I'll get it, but I'm perfectly fine with just the Movie Monster Series version. It's a great figure. It does its purpose in my collection, so it gets a thumbs up. And here's Gigan, 2004. Very abruptly, here's Gigan, as if it's not exciting. Sorry, my mind was still in Anguirus. I was going to say, I don't really know how I feel about the 2004 Anguirus design. Parts of me love it, parts of me hate it. But it is what it is. It's not a bad figure, And I guess the design is not flat out bad. But anyway, we're moving on to Gigan over here. This is the Movie Monster Series version. Still have the tag on it. And I've been considering getting another one to repaint it. The classic Showa colors of Gigan. Because I saw someone do that and kind of inspired me. So maybe I'll do that someday. But focusing here, what's in front of us, we have the Playmates 2004 Gigan. Now, this is from the first wave of Playmates figures that were just being shitted out because, and I mean shit, like literally like someone was taking a dump and shipping it out to Walmart. But out of the pile of shit, there was a few pieces of corn still left to salvage, and this is one of them. Because I don't think this figure is that bad. It has a little bit of a squish face for some reason, and I checked a different figure at Walmart, and it also had this defect. So I don't know what that's about. But it's not too bad. But again, out of the Wave 1 figures, I don't think they did a bad job with this. I think it's a pretty solid Gigan. I don't know about that one hand having this left claw there. I'm not a big fan of how it's positioned. Could use some more paint in some areas, but at the same time, it's not bad. It's more of a black and red with a little bit of blue detailing. So it's not bad. This right here, though, is the Bandai Creations 2004 Gigan. So yes, I have 3 out of the 4 Bandai Creations Final Wars wave. Just I don't have the Anguirus. So, but I have Gigan here, and I've had this since I was a kid, and it's a very nice figure. Again, pretty tall, more in that 7-inch range, I think, and his fins are very close together compared to the other two, but that's fine. Still a very good figure though. Detailing, paint's pretty good, details amazing, and I just really like this figure. I think Bandai Creations did a good job. I did not appreciate this as much as I should have as a kid, but that's okay. I appreciate it now because this design of Gigan has really grown on me over the years, and I'm glad to have this, and I'll definitely make sure I get buried with it. I'm going to take a sip of this water here. Enjoy a little comparison here. You saw the last video. Yes, my ear is still bothering me at the time of this recording. And that's because I recorded this probably about 5 minutes after I recorded the last video. So, yeah, nothing changed, obviously. Hopefully by the time these videos come out, I would have at least gone to a doctor to unclog my ear. Holy shit, wasn't even looking at the screen. This is, again, the Bandai Creations, I don't even know what scale this is, 12-inch Gigan, but he's so hunched over. It's like, I would love to see this as big as it could have got. He's huge, but this figure is awesome. I got this on Facebook Marketplace from a seller for a good price too. And just look at the spikes on his tail, the detailing, like I miss this. Playmates tried to do this with, like, no, they didn't. They had, like, some 12-inch or 11-inch figures for the classic Showa, but it was just Godzilla 1954, which I enjoy that figure. And Godzilla 2004, and that was it. So, besides the MonsterVerse ones, but I don't know. They should have. I don't even think they could have been as good at these. Obviously, they definitely could not have been as good because the detailing, the paint, is just phenomenal. This is a great figure. Like, you would think this is like a statue or something. Not my honest opinion. Oh my god. So here it is, Chainsaw Gigan, and I want to say this first. There needs to be another like 6-inch movie monster series of Chainsaw Gigan, please. That's all I'm gonna say. But this is the 10-inch version, and it is amazing. I love this. Just Chainsaw Gigan is badass, and definitely, if Gigan ever gets put into the MonsterVerse, they need to have traditional Gigan, and somewhere in there throw in Chainsaw Gigan because it's fucking badass. A fantastic monster design. Now, with that being said, this is the other figure that suffers from the defects of soft vinyl. Very soft vinyl. You can kind of see that his chainsaws are very, like, you kind of saw me fondling them a little bit. That's a bad word. That's a bad way to say it, fondling. Messing with them, as you can see here. They're very wiggly, very soft. And also his little fins, the little, what are those, spikes or gills, I don't know, horns, as you will, the tips of his tail. Very soft. I'm squeezing him here. That's how hollow it is. That's how soft it is. You can't really do that too much with the 6-inch or even some of the other 10-inch figures. But because of this plastic, it's just so soft, and you can see his legs have succumbed to the splitting, unfortunately. So he's very hard to stand unless you have him in, like, I'm trying to like lay his legs like just flat, and the mixture of his weight and just how far his legs are split just does not hold him up. I have to prop his legs forward and pretty much have him standing on his heels. So it's unfortunate. It is what it is. It's an older figure too, but I'm happy that they kind of stirred away from this very soft vinyl, you know, because it just could not support the weight. That's how he stands on the shelf, and it looks a little weird. It looks like he's dancing a little bit, but it's okay. So all in all, most of these Final Wars figures, close to all of them, are fantastic. Even though it's not my favorite Godzilla movie, there's some parts in it that I really do enjoy. Some monster designs I really like, some I don't like. But some of these figures I have a similar opinion to, where it's like some of them I really like, some of them I don't really like, and that's okay. I wish, despite how I feel about the movie, you know, like I said, still think it's pretty good. There's a lot of monsters in there that I hope that Bandai will make more figures of. You know, King Caesar, Ebra. I named one and stumbled. Kumanga, Kamakuris, Zilla. Definitely Zilla. We want to see a movie monster series of Zilla. Regardless of how you feel about the 98 movie, that would just be a nice figure to have from the movie monster series. So there's still stuff for Bandai to dabble in terms of the Millennium Era and Final War specifically, that I hope to see, because yeah, there's some really cool designs in that movie. So that's all I have to say about Final Wars. Okay, the Millennium is done. Battle Roars, I believe. Well, no. Let me stop myself. Next week, like I said, have an unboxing and my collection update. After that should be Battle Roars and what else? Something else. Probably start the Heisei era, or maybe even talk about the Shin figures, because I don't think I talk about Shin yet. So we'll see what it is. So I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all stick around for next time for the collection video next week. And if you want to reach out to me, my Instagram's down below. That's the best way to reach me. Thank you all for the support. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you all take care, and I'll see you all next time.